y'all, it's Big Al. How are we doing today? Me? Well, I'm doing just fine. Maybe a little greasy today. I hope everybody else is having a great day too. And if not, let's have a better day together. Today, we got something a little different. I was in a bit of a slump. I just couldn't do anything. Just the complete opposite of the Midas touch. Everything I was just doing just disintegrated in my hands. While I was doing some practice doodles on a page, I finally felt some inspiration. My husband likes Pokemon cards, so we have some out and framed. Which led me to this week's drawing. But enough yapping about that. Let's get on to the time lapse already, shall we? Like I said, I couldn't really find my footing this week. I went through quite a few different just little pages, just practicing doodling and drawing, flipping my canvases around, just trying anything, really. My head and my hands were just not on the same page. So I was just trying everything, but I knew I wanted to make something new. Something I haven't made yet, and something I haven't done as much as I should, I think. I was inspired by the Pokemon cards in my crib, and I finally knew what I wanted to draw. A Pokemon Trainer! My favorite type of Pokemon are Psychic and Fairy types. But this time, I wanted to make a Psychic Trainer. I wanted to make kind of an older teen. Have a soft kind of feminine edge to her, though. Partially why I picked Psychic Pokemon to go along with her personality. I chose Meowstic and Gothita and Musharna. Musharna? I am so bad at pronouncing things. I mostly picked them because their designs really kind of fit what I was envisioning for this, but I also love their movesets and their scenes in the anime. Not to mention, their color palettes all work together pretty well. With this one, I took a little bit of inspiration from Lolita Fashion as well as Tokyo Mew Mew for the outfit. I wanted her color palette to kind of flow with her Pokemon, so I ended up picking kind of just a color from all of them, and then using white as the neutral. You can see that left arm there is just not right. I've learned that I kind of sometimes, making the transition from traditional to digital art, I really kind of sometimes need to color my piece to see if my anatomy's correct, and if I like it. And this was definitely one of the times I needed some color to just kind of figure out, yeah, that arm is just not right. Taking a step back, too, also helps. Most of the time when I draw, I tend to do the full sketch, and then I like to do the line art and base color, and then I'll take a break, and then go in for rendering. So then, yeah, I'm here fixing it because I went to sleep and I woke up and looked, I was like, that arm is not right. She looks like she just, poor thing, just got her, shoulder caught in a car door. But I really, the hard thing too was I actually really liked the kind of crease and dimension her hand originally gave her dress. So I instead decided to put a Pokeball. I thought a Pokeball would make so much sense there. I visualized for this character too a very fun and just whimsical hairstyle. I couldn't think of one that fit this gal at the time, but I landed on heart buns on top of her head. I figured her textured hair would be perfect to show the fullness and the bounce of not only the hairstyle, but as well as fitting this OC's really sweet nature. I originally was going to put some hair bows on it as well. I thought it would have been a nice touch, but I decided to veto them. I wanted to show off more of her hair, And I just felt like with this outfit, they didn't really fit as well as I thought they would. But hey, maybe in a redraw of this someday, I'll see if I can work them in. Because I really do think they'd be a nice touch, but I feel, I don't know, I just could not fit it in with this outfit I made for her. Honestly, I also haven't figured out a great name for this OC yet either. I wanted to give her something a little pompous, yet not obtuse either. I don't want it to be like a condescendingly big, you know, like, grand name. I want it slightly more delicate, almost harmonious, if that makes sense. I think what I like most so far, you know, like, through this drawing process and making this OC in particular is I have not done a lot of OCs and drawings of people of color, but I felt like this was just screaming for a character like this. Like, when I envisioned this, I immediately just was like, I was drawn to creating a black Pokemon trainer, and I thought it'd be really sweet. And I originally wanted to give her kind of this soft, like, kind of corally lip. And, you know, like, it changes in a bit here, but I just genuinely did not like it. I love, like, oranges. I feel like they make, you know, darker skin tones just look so rich. You know, they look so, you know, it's just a beautiful color combination. But when I looked at it just, to me, I felt like she looked more like a caricature. And especially after I added the eyes, because I thought, like, some deep, just, like, purple eyes would just look so cool, you know, with this character, since she's a psychic type trainer. You know, I feel like it adds, like, just, like, a nice depth, you know, like, it really kind of balances with, like, her color palette as well. But after I added the eyes, I just could not stand looking at that lip color, because to me, I felt like it made my OC look like a caricature rather than something I felt good about, if that makes sense. So instead, I just took off the lips and I did a more purpley lip, and I think it looks way better with her rich skin tone. I thought a candy stripe. I was having such a hard time picking out a pattern for this dress. I wanted it to be, like, pretty simple, but not, like, basic. Yeah, I mean, I picked stripes. How much more basic can you get than that? But I really wanted to kind of get more of a candy stripe going. I figured with this outfit, simple might be better. So now I'm just going and added some pretty basic just shading and stuff. Don't clock Gothita's eyes. I know they're not great. But I kind of wanted her to just look a little silly, you know? I feel like Gothita's tend to be a very silly Pokemon, so I really kind of wanted to capture that whimsy. So yeah, here I'm just kind of outlining all of my little characters and then putting in a little shadow for their background. And I decided to do a cute little, like, candy wrapper background. I don't know, that's kind of been my thing recently. Whenever I've finished making that's just been my go-to background recently. It's just like a candy wrapper, like an old, like, winter, like, plaid blanket or something. But yeah, that is my OC Pokemon Trainer. There's definitely some times where I was not feeling it. Sometimes the lip, I just wanted to cry. I felt, I, like, just took a step back and I was like, that was just not it. I had to go look at myself in the mirror and be like, I know you love Coral Girl, but that's just not how it's gonna look. It's just not gonna, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it right. So here's the nice full render. I hope you guys like it. I love this OC. I love her a lot. I think she's one of my favorite OCs I've ever made. And I hope y'all enjoyed my take on a Psychic Pokemon Trainer. I wanted just to kind of give a little love letter to my favorite type of Pokemon, as well as making a super kawaii Pokemon Trainer. And let me know if y'all have any names in the comments. I would love some ideas. I want to pick something, you know, very just like special for this gal. But as always, y'all, make sure you do all the things if you want to see me again. You know, I ain't your grandma. I don't have to tell you how to see me again. You can follow me on my Instagram and my Tumblr at the same handle. And just thank you guys for another fun day. I can't wait to see you again. Just remember to love yourself, love the planet, and that I'll be your Huckleberry.